What's going on, guys? How are we doing tonight? Let me bring up some live chat so I can see who is all in here. Boom, 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 boom. And then we'll get to giveaways. And then we do have a special guest. And here we go. And we'll go there. And we'll hit there. And both. All right. So let's see, who do we have in there? We've got Kate Titus. We've got Kate, Jeremy Knapp, Ness, Craig Utley. How's it going? Jay, Dead Zone Unboxing Treasures. What's going on, Jay? How's it going? Xavier the Geek. Looking forward to Splat Toys, guys. Splat Toys. Xavier the Geek. Check him out. Oh, Don Case, Brent Jones, Eric Fry, Gregory, Divine Pops, David Soffin, Totally, Mitchin Collectibles, Tats, Kimberly, Allison. So hopefully everyone's doing good, right? Right. Had a good week. Holiday weekend coming up next weekend, so looking forward to that. Should be a lot of fun. We're going to get to the giveaways very soon, and then we're going to get to a guest. A friend of mine for a little over a year now. I was lucky enough to hop in on his curated boxes, and I've gotten mystery boxes from him throughout, when he started doing mystery boxes. You know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Popkingpaul. Will join me at 9:45. So also, don't forget, we have hit 3,500 subs, which means it's big giveaway time. Probably will be in 2 weeks. On the Sunday live in 2 weeks is when we will do the big 3,500 sub giveaway. We'll bring out the 4K giveaway. So yeah, 2 weeks from now, that'll be the time. Give you guys 2 more weeks to hop into the giveaways and everything like that. I mean, right now I think we're at 3510. So hit a little bump up because Clint over at Franchise Kicks did open up a box I sent him of chocolate. I sent him actually a while ago, but he gets so many boxes and he has a pile of stuff that he did get to it last week. So yeah, shouts out to Clint, Franchise Kicks. Who doesn't check out Clint? Let's be realistic. Awesome guy. All right, so let's see. Let's get into giveaways, right? So let me pop over to the screen. We'll get that taken care of. We'll also pick the Come On Live. So next week we'll have 2. We'll have last week's winner for the Come On Live and this week's winner from the Come On Live next week. And then the big 3,500 sub giveaway will happen in 2 weeks. Also, we do have an event tomorrow night. Pops with Purpose and Pops for Kids. It's a charity thing. And I'll see if I can find it from my fun company. Check out it, Brandy. Tomorrow, I think it starts at 8:30. See my schedule, how long I'll be there, but I had donated some stuff, so if you want to help Pops for Kids, it's a great charity doing some great work. Pops with Purposes going to be there. There's some other channels, of course, Fox Crown, my fun company. Moderators, if you want to link that up in the chat, the channel for my fun company, Brandy, I'd appreciate it. I will drop in. I've donated some stuff, so if you give, all the money goes to that great organization. Kids at the bottom of my heart, especially kids, sick kids, when you can give a pop and donate and everything like that. We did a lot at the holiday season. Very cool, very cool. So we have that tomorrow night, and then on Tuesday night on my channel at 7:30. I'm not sure if Pop Couple's doing one of their bands for arm boxes or not, but at 7:30, it will be me. It will be Yo J Collects. It will be Mitch Hayes and Allison. And we will be unboxing, doing sort of like a duel with the Chrono Toys damage boxes. So kind of cool. I know a lot of people scared off with those because you never know what's going to be there. I'm sure we're going to see some Baseball Furies. I'm sure we're going to see some J Balvins. And who knows what else, right? All right. So let's share the screen. Let's go there. We'll go there. We go here. And let's bring up the comment picker. All right. So we have 104 comments. All right, so this was for May the 11th week. We have $30 gift certificate, PayPal credit. We have the Luau mystery box, the Luau anime mystery box, the Chalice style mystery box. We also have the head-to-head, which if you want to be a little gambler, like we all love to do, right? We love to do the gambling. 83 Pop Talk, what's going on, guys? If you love the gamble, that's what this would be, is probably do it through Chalice Collectibles. Shouts out to Curtis there, where we'll get a pop mystery sort of box, almost like his Ralphie grab bags, $25 plus value, and we'll go head to head. You get one, I get one, winner take all. Kind of a fun little thing. We've done it once. That is an idea. Shout out to Sean Ryan Toys and Games. If you love that idea, hop into his Patreon, because he does that as one of his Patreon tiers. I think it's a great idea. That's why we sort of bring it into the weekly thing. So we have the head-to-head, and then the sixth and final prize is one of these hats. So a couple people have gotten them. I know a lot of people have asked about them. There are going to be some more hats coming, some a little different, some maybe different logo, but very cool. You could pick a hat if you wanted to, right? So we're going to pick 2 winners. First winner gets to pick out of the 6. Second winner gets to pick out of the remaining 5. And then we'll pick a Come On Live winner. And then we get to Popkingpaul. Okay, let's do this. And shouts out Funkaholic Josh. How's it going? Todd, Gregory, Kiwi Couple in the house. Hulk Smash 2983. Thank you for the $1 super chat. It's awesome. My man Big Dog Dave, who actually, if you ever want to become a member of the channel, there's Patreon and then there's channel memberships. Channel memberships is located down below. A lot of different tiers. We had our first ever live event, member only live event, and Big Dog Dave did actually win one of these hats too. So shouts out to Dave. We did a little comment picker. We had a little fun. We opened up some $35 GameStop box, which still sits over here. All right, so here we go, 105. Let's see who's going to be our winner number 1. This is the winner who gets to pick out of the 6 prizes, and that winner is going to be Chimney Maldonado. So hopefully I'm saying the right name first. Actually, she's gotten a lot from me at times. Has been a winner before, so congratulations. I know you know how to get a hold of me. Let me know which prize you would like, and we will go from there. Congratulations to you, Chimney, and hopefully I'm saying the name right. If I don't want to butcher it. All right, that's prize winner number 1. And before we do winner number 2, I have some stickers. I have some letters that you guys send me, so I figure let's open them up. 83 Pop Talk. I saw you guys in here, and I remember you did send me some stickers. I love stickers. I actually have a sticker book that is coming from Canada, and we have an 83 Pop Talk business sticker, very cool. And 83 Pop Talk sticker, a little bit shiny, glittery. I like it, I like it, I like it. Let's see, I think I have some more. I have some more. What do we have? That was, shouts out to Odd Shadow. Hopefully you guys remember that. Live was a lot of fun. Ooh, Mystery Pop Theater. I'm gonna open this one. Shouts out to Curtis. I know what these are. These are some more stickers. Thanks so much for joining me in the box battle. It was fun, and I appreciate your willingness to do back-to-back lives. Looking forward to the future collabs. Enjoy the angry face. So shouts out to Mystery Pop. I love that one. And then we have the new logo, which is very cool. And then we have Mystery Pop Theater, the magnet. I love it. Shouts out to Curtis at Mystery Pop. And I think we have one more. We do. And guys, if you ever want to hit me up, drop me a letter. I will open it. I love stickers. If you want to sticker swap with me, we can do that. And here we have Donald Newman from the Funko Collector Society. Shouts out to the Funko Collector Society. Awesome group of gals and guys. And are we ready to hit number 2? Right. Mama J, what is going on? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Sarah Aldridge, how's it going? All right, here we go. This is winner number 2. Who is it going to be? And that winner is going to be Ava Rooster 417. So Avery, how are you doing? Congratulations. Hit me up and let me know. I'll let you know with the number 1 winner picks, and then some of them I can do too, so let me know. All right, and now we're going to pick the Come On Live winner. So we got to filter this out. We're going to filter it with live. Let's see what we got. We got 15 people. So remember, this is something that you could come join me next Sunday night. You can join with a phone, whatever you need. Everything almost works with StreamYard. You can come join me, and it's your time. Ask me questions. Maybe I'll ask you questions. Have a little fun, right? So it's a gift that hopefully you want to do it, or you have someone in mind that wants to come on. And every now and then we have special lives, like, you know, having Paul, having Odd Shadow, having Mr. Collect It. So shouts out Mr. Collect It. If you guys like the new shirt, that is actually one of his designs. This is not only going to be a shirt, which you could get on Teespring. It's actually going to be the pin. So there are pins. They're in production. We're probably about 3 weeks away. There's 50 regular, 25 diamond, and 25 glow in the dark. They're very cool. Very, very cool. All right. So here we go. And the Come On Live winner is going to be... Shouts out to Craig Utley. So Craig, congratulations. Great content live. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Thank you for loving me every week to win a mystery box. Great content and live. So let me put Come On Live because let's see what we got. Oh. Nah. And watch it freeze up, right? Watch it freeze up. Gotta love it. Let's just put come. How about that, right? All right, so we have 6. We'll leave it that way. Let's see what we got. Because Craig did not have Come On Live. He just had live in it. So let's see if we come on live. And that winner is going to be Quick Draw McGraw. So quick draw. Next week. Hit me up. You know how we do it. You know how to get a hold of me. And we'll have some fun, right? All right, so let's just remove that. Boom. I'll get rid of this. Boom. And we'll dump that. Boom. And there we go. So a couple more minutes before Paul comes on and joins me. Hulk Smash, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hopefully everyone had a good week, right? There were some good drops, good pop drops. The drop Saturday night from Curtis over at Spastic Collectibles. Pretty cool, right? Awesome stuff. Use code Luau, Taco Man, Blame Pop Couple, or Salty, and save yourself 10% off everything but mystery boxes. I know Curtis has a soda mystery box search for metallic alien. That comes out tomorrow. Very cool. 2 sodas, I think. That's tomorrow. So looking forward to that. I know Smile World dropped some stuff today. The Chalice Collectibles back dropping their $50 mystery boxes. That happened today. I think they sold out pretty quick. So awesome stuff there. Ooh, there is Mr. Fox Crown. Looking forward to joining him tomorrow. And Brandy. Should be fun. Glad I could donate some stuff that you guys can not waffle, but, you know, raffle off to people that drop money in. Awesome. Wink Inc. is in the house. What is going on, my friend? Another awesome channel, guys. If you've never checked him out, definitely check him out. He does a live on Sunday afternoons. And Wink does like comics and Funko Pops. He's the numbers man. Awesome, awesome channel. Yo, Jay Collects, what is up? So just some channels you guys can definitely go check out. Awesome stuff, awesome stuff. Steve Kitchen is in the house. I will come on. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Maybe Jeremy Knapp. So yeah, tomorrow night, hopefully moderators, if you were able to link up that channel, My Fun Company. It's the Night Owl Sessions. Fox, what's going on? And just something different that they do. It's kind of like they all get together in a group and chit chat. Fox is a part of it. Fox is sort of like the wild co-host of it. And when they said they were doing sort of like dealing with Pops with Purpose and the Pops for the kids and everything like that, I was definitely would love to do it. Divine, what is going on? Pop Epidemic is in the house. Donker 3. What's going on, guys? And let me see if I can see everyone that's involved with that one. Let's see. Here we go. So it is tomorrow night. It is set for 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Of course, Brandy and My Fun Company. Fox Crown. Pops with Purpose. Who else do we have? Two Boys and their Pops. Totally Mitching Collectibles. And I think it is all for Pops for Patients, which is a great great thing. Great organization. So awesome. Matthew Cali, how is it going out in Arizona? Hopefully, I'm sure it's nice and warm, right? Right, awesome. And Paul's going to join me, who's down in Texas, where we know it's warm. We know it's warm. And he has teased that maybe he will give a little, maybe a preview of his next mystery box. So you guys love his boxes. I love his boxes. For those of you who were lucky enough to get him when he did curated boxes, awesome. Of course, the man that was trying to be taken down by Popcorn with Flicks. Where are they now? I wonder. But anyway, are you guys ready? Hopefully you have some good questions for him, right? Right? Get some questions. All right, it's time to bring him on. It's the man behind some of the most successful mystery boxes there are around. Let's be honest. Mystery boxes that sell out in under a minute. The man sold 250, I think, mystery boxes in under 4 minutes. That's pretty impressive, especially when you had to do one at a time when you think about that one, right? All right, here we go. It's time. It's Popkingpaul time. Boom.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's going on, buddy? How we doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, man. Just had to scarf down my food. It got here kind of late, so trying to hurry up and get that down and get here on time.
Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, man. Thanks for having me. No problem.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I was actually sat down today and listened to the podcast with Dr. All Might. Awesome, yeah, very kind words. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it. That was a pretty cool podcast. Oh, yeah, all of his are.
Yeah, that's the first podcast I've ever done. But yeah, I told him it was fun, and I think we plan on doing another one. He wants to have me and Bearded Pop Hunter on at the same time, so that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, he's an interesting chap. I've sent messages. Me and him haven't connected yet, but I could see one of these days we could have some fun, have him on a Sunday night. Because
oh yeah,
I think the two of us are the same generation. We love the sneakers and everything like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's cool. He's actually one of the first guys I ever started watching as far as like pop hunt videos, you know, when I first started getting into them and getting on YouTube and looking. And yeah, his is one of the first channels I actually came across. So I've been watching him, you know, way since he had his first channel. So
yeah, he's definitely cool. Definitely a personality for sure. Now, you know, who knows, he's going to set super plastics off. Now he's sort of switching, doing a lot of super plastic stuff, which is awesome.
Yeah, he's honestly got me wanting to get all those. If I'm being honest, because well, that's the thing. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love pops, but that's what I try to tell people. It's like I would rather have an open mind with collectibles because, I mean, you never know. I mean, you may not. I mean, there might be some things you don't like, but then again, just like those, I mean, if I would have never seen those like on his channel or maybe on Facebook, I saw a couple of people on Facebook post them. Like, I would have never known about those. And to me, they're super cool. I mean, you know, they're not cheap on the secondary market because, you know, I know they sell out, especially the limited edition ones. They sell out, you know, pretty quick. And I still haven't exactly figured out where you have to go to get them and when they drop them and all that kind of stuff. So I was just kind of looking like eBay and secondary market.
Yeah, I looked at that. I saw Curtis has them at over at Spastic. He has a few of them, and really? I guess their website drops some. And I even saw some on Box, or maybe it was Hot Topic had like the big ones he has.
Oh, okay. Yes, yeah, I didn't even know you could get them at. You know, I thought it was mostly all online type stuff. I didn't even know stores.
I guess the ones that are designed are the ones they're online. I saw ones that are just like regular. They're big and plain. They were there, and I guess he wants to send them out and have them done up. So,
okay. All right, that's cool.
Cool. A little salty with the price, but you know.
Yeah, they're definitely not cheap. I was kind of looking because I know I looked on eBay just to kind of get an idea, and I was searching for like a whole set of every color, and I mean, you're talking like $800 to $1,000 for the whole set. I was just like, I like them. But I don't know
like the kid robot things where they're like $10 a pop, 24. It's like $240 for a case, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah,
sure.
But yeah, I mean, they're really cool though. I actually like those. Kind of getting into the tiny ghosts. Some of those are really neat. The chomps, especially like that one you sent me. Like I'm starting to get into some of those. Those are really cool. So
yeah, they just had another one tonight, a Neapolitan one.
Oh, really? See, I missed that. See, I got to start getting in on this other stuff because I'm not, I don't really pay attention to it enough to know exactly when all this stuff drops. So I need to start getting in on that.
With Bearded, I will watch him to find out about the super plastics, and then anything else, it's blame Popkingpaul. I just watch them, and then just don't have the boys watching because that could come back and haunt you. Trust me.
Yeah, I'll probably just try. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just stick to that and try to figure out when they drop, and then I'll maybe try to get a few. Like, I really like that one they just did where he's kind of looks like the Jurassic Park, where he's like all amber and he has the little like mosquito looking thing inside of him. That one was freaking awesome, but like I said, I missed out because I'm not.
That was another one that went really, really quick.
Yeah, so yeah, that the one that I got from you, I have two other ones, but that's like, of course, the most limited one. But to me, that was, when I saw you, so I was like, man, that's all I got to have. So I like the design. I like the colors on it. So I was like, yeah, I'll take it.
Can't be good old Fred Flintstone.
Oh, no. I love all those Fred Flintstones too. Those are, all the different colored shirts. Those are some of my favorite Freddie Funko. I mean, I have a ton of the ones I like, but all those Fred Flintstone Freddie Funkos, those are pretty sweet.
Some people don't know this. You actually have quite the Funko Pop collection yourself.
Yeah, I used to have way more than I do now. It's not that I don't like them or I'm stopped collecting or whatever, but it's just with kind of focusing just pretty much 100% on the mystery boxes and stuff like that. It's kind of hard because there's a lot of stuff I do want to keep. But at the same time, if it's keep it or, put it in a box for somebody to have that might enjoy it a little bit more than me, I go ahead and do that. But yeah, I mean, there are some that I would never sell. Flocked Lotso, that's I have a few that I, would not get rid of that I just, that are mine personally that either like mean something to me or, it just took me a really long time to find them and I finally found them. So, stuff like that. Yeah, I do have quite a few that I'll keep, but yeah, I kind of purged a lot. Like when I first started doing the boxes, like way back, that's kind of what I did. Almost everything was coming from my personal collection and my stuff. So yeah, I mean, and every once in a while, if I see something that I'm like, yeah, I don't really need that, or I don't have to have that, or it doesn't really mean anything to me, then I'll go ahead and pull it and send it out or whatever. But yeah, it's not anything crazy like it used to. And I've been more focused on the, like the low numbers, limited edition, stuff like that, because there's just so many. I mean, you kind of have to decide like, okay, look, I'm either going to collect, low numbers, or I'm going to collect con pops, or I'm going to collect, because, if you just decide you're going to collect everything, which is kind of what we did in the beginning, yeah, before you know it, you're going to have 2,000 of them. And, you're not going to have room. And then there's going to be so many that you look at, you're like, hell, why did I even get that? Or what made me want that one? It doesn't really, it's just, you're just kind of grabbing and buying everything. So yeah, I've kind of cut it down. And like I said, I love the Freddie Funkos. I love the ad icon stuff like that.
That Freddie box you had back around Valentine's Day, I kicked myself. I should have tried for that one. That one was insane.
Yeah, I think I actually talked to you about that.
Yeah.
It was so hard letting some of those go. I mean, there was some of those in there that I've been looking for a really long time. Yeah. Some of those that, I've been really wanting, but I was just like, I've already posted a picture of them and everybody's expecting them. So, but yeah, that was a
kill. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, that was probably one of my favorite. I'd say that's definitely top three, probably maybe tops. I mean, that was definitely a fun box. And yeah, I actually found those from somebody that started collecting back in 2010. And suppose I'd never met her. I've never seen her around, but supposedly she's really well known in the Funko community. And she's just decided it's time to kind of trim down. And because, yeah, she told me she had roughly 3,000 pops. And, yeah, so she was kind of starting to let go of some of her, older stuff. And what's funny is she told me a lot of those that she had doubles of. So I mean, it's just, it's just crazy some of the stuff she had. And she sent me a picture. Like, I'm not really into the protos. I mean, they're cool, but they're not my thing,
I'm with you.
But she had so many protos, it was unbelievable. I mean, she probably had one of the coolest, besides like Welsh Funko. I mean, if y'all don't follow him on Instagram,
I'm not sure there's nothing that man doesn't have.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's got pretty much anything you can think of, but she was up there. I mean, as far as like stuff that you just don't see. So it was pretty cool getting those, but yeah, it was hard letting some of them go, because some of them were ones that, there was a lot of 1 in 12s in there, 1 in 24, 1 in 96. So
it only comes around every now and then, if that.
Yeah, you don't see, especially like a group, you might find 1, 2, 3 here or there, but to have that many all at one time, and it was just crazy. I mean, it was a crazy box.
I'd say. Another thing you do, which a lot of places don't do, is when they do sign out for your mystery boxes, only PayPal.
Yeah, it's easier for me to keep up with. Just for all kinds of reasons, tax reasons, just, and two, I had somebody tell me that it's actually a lot harder to use bots, when you have just PayPal, which I hear a lot of people messaging, oh, all the bots got them and all that kind of stuff. But I'm like, no, it's really not, because, if I saw like the same handful of people constantly getting them over and over and over, which I do see a lot of the same names, but that's just because they've been doing it for so long. They know exactly when to be on, exactly what to do, and they're successful with it. But yeah, having it just PayPal, it's a lot harder to use bots. So that's another reason why I do that. But and two, it's I don't know. I've never really had any issues with PayPal as far as buyer and seller protection. So it's just I just like it. I prefer it. But I might end up doing maybe some credit card stuff on there. But I had credit cards on there before. And one of the reasons why I decided to go away from it is I had a lot of, and I've heard this from other sites too, people saying that, oh, I didn't order that. It wasn't me. Somebody got my credit card number. I had to fight that. I don't know how many times. And, I'm not a huge, I'm not a corporation. I'm not a business. So, if I lose, $500, $600, $700, $800, I mean, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, I just, like I said, it kind of started being more and more frequent. And then I started getting people say, oh, it wasn't me. Somebody got my number, or just chargebacks out of the blue for really no reason. I'm like, well, what's the reason? So yeah, but I haven't had any issues with the PayPal since I've been.
PayPal looks good.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't.
It's a lot harder to do bots with PayPal, without a doubt. It's a harder.
Right, and I try to explain that to people. Some people get it. I mean, some people understand, but some people, they just, they swear up and down. But I'm just like, if you knew the ins and outs of it, you would understand. And then that's kind of why I like to do it that way.
It's not impossible to get a bot to do it, but you're going to a very expensive bot that can be able to log into your PayPal and be able to pull that off. It's tough.
Yeah, and you'd almost have to be able to log into like different devices, like maybe on your phone and a laptop, or something like that. You'd have to be logged in two different places. So
you got to think how many followers you have, and 40 boxes, 20 some boxes. It's hard.
Well, yeah, that's the thing too. I mean, I'm closing in on 12,000 now, and that's what I try to tell people. I'm like, trust me, I would love to do 100 to 200 boxes every drop, but it's kind of like I don't want the quality to go down because there needs to be more quantity. I kind of want it to be, it may only be 40 boxes, but I want them all to be really good. Like, I don't want there to be just 2 or 3 really good boxes out of the 40, and then the other 37, 38 are just kind of like, they were all right. That's why I like to spread the good stuff through all the boxes, and try to keep the drops a little lower, which, like I said, I know it can be frustrating. I know, there's a lot of people out there that want them, and, I'm also just one person. So,
a single dad of 2.
Right.
And doing it all yourself.
Got 2 puppies now that are about to be 6 months old, and they require a lot of attention too. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. That's what I'm saying. It's, I mean, yeah, I do this full time, but at the same time, you got to realize I have a life outside of it too. And that's another reason why I don't want to pump out a ton of boxes at a lot, you know, because it's the packing takes longer, the shipping takes longer, and the way shipping is right now, it's just crazy, you know, like I can hardly get, you know, UPS to show up. And, you know, I got my normal mailman. He's really cool, but he's been out, and the guy taking his place, you know, he gives me all these stories about, oh, they're only going to let me take 5 boxes at a time, or we can't go overtime right now, and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, it's just been a nightmare with the shipping. And, you know, and I've had stuff, I ordered some comic books from Houston, which is 3.5 hours from me, and they took 10 days to get to me. So, I mean, it's, you know, it's shipping's kind of crazy right now. And that's another thing where I try to get people to understand, just, you know, you got to remember we're kind of in a different time right now. So, you know, shipping might, you know, be a little crazy right now. So, you know, I try to get everything out as quick as I can. And, you know, once they pick them up and once they leave my house, you know, it's really out of my hands after that.
You got a couple people saying, hire me.
Yeah. Yeah. My oldest son does help me sometimes, but as far as the packing, I mean, he'll help me, like, you know, make up the boxes and, you know, pull bubble wrap out. But as far as the packing, I'm too particular about that. Like I have a certain way I do it, and, you know, I like to think that I package pretty well, and, you know, I have to be the one doing that. So, you know, so yeah, all that takes, you know, it takes some time. So, you know, it's part of it. I mean, I understand. I like doing it, but at the same time, you know, it's, you know, when you start doing 100, 200 boxes or whatever,
that's tough.
You know, I mean, I get to where sometimes you know, hell, my fingers, they'll start splitting because I touch so much cardboard, they start getting dry, and they'll just, you know, they'll start splitting on me. So I'm like, okay, I got to take a little break here.
O'Keefe's, use O'Keefe's, fabulous stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I like the shirt. I know you're a wrestling fan.
Oh yeah. Wrestling's been a little crazy right now. You know, the no crowds and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I just
it's hard. I can't watch WWE. I can't do it. I mean,
man, I'll be honest with you. I mean, you know, and I used to love WWE. I think their creative team. I don't know what happened to it. I mean, it's just like, it just seems like it's all over the place. I mean, to me, it almost seems like there's a bunch of them sitting in a room and just throwing ideas out there, like, okay, let's have so and so do this, and okay,
or they're coming up with ideas, and Vince doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, it's
hard to say.
To me, it's just like, you know, I like the whole. I'm sorry. I mean, if anybody out there likes Goldberg, I'm sorry. No disrespect, but when you're building up a character like the Fiend, and he was your hottest thing going,
you don't do that.
Why would you have Goldberg come in, beat the guy, and, you know, I don't even know. I didn't even see the match. I read about it, but I don't even think it lasted that long from what I heard. And then you just
can't go that long. You can't do it.
You totally ruined that character. I mean, that was your bread and butter right there. That was your hottest thing.
You could have rode that for a year.
Right. You have a guy that used to wrestle back in the 90s, in the early 2000s, come in and beat him. And it's just, you know, between that, and it's like they can't figure out what they want to do with Braun Strowman. You know, it's like he destroys everybody, but then you put him in a match with Brock Lesnar or somebody else, and it's like he loses. At
least you put a belt on him. I'll give him that, but I can't watch.
Yeah, they finally did.
AEW is. I mean, if AEW starts getting people, watch out.
Yeah, honestly, I think AEW is a good. I think they've got to build it up a little more. You know, their storylines I think are good. But honestly, to me, and I used to be hardcore WWE. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't even really venture out and watch anything else. But my oldest son got me into New Japan, and New Japan is awesome. I mean, we went to the G1 Climax when it was here in Dallas. I think it was about a year and a half ago. That was the best wrestling show I've ever been to. I mean, it's just those guys. They, you know, there's not a lot of talking. There's not a lot of, oh, well, you know, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I mean, they pretty much go into the ring and they wrestle, and it's a good. I mean, it's a show, but they're showing you their skills the whole time. They're not out there, you know, talking on a mic for 20 minutes and then they have a 5-minute match. I mean, those guys, they have hour-long matches. Like
Man.
hour-long matches in New Japan is like a normal thing.
Oh, Omega, I love Kenny Omega. He's probably my favorite that's wrestling today. I'm glad he didn't go to WWE. They would have ruined him.
I don't know if he ever will. He said he never want to, work for Vince. But yeah, if you watch AEW, New Japan, I'm telling you, those guys, that's talent right there. I mean, there's some guys in New Japan that are way underrated. And if you actually watch their matches, I mean, because we sat one night and he was bringing up old matches, and I mean, I just kept telling, I was like, "Oh, let's watch another one. Let's watch another one." I mean, it was awesome.
Fabulous stuff.
Yeah, those guys are awesome. I mean, like I said, man, WWE it's just too much showmanship. It's just too much. It's too much talking.
They need a crowd. They need to have a crowd. It doesn't work without the crowd.
But yeah, it's honestly, man, it's really hard to watch with no crowd. I mean, it's, I watched WrestleMania, and I watched a little bit of the Money in the Bank, and it was just like, man, it's just weird. I mean, it doesn't
work.
Yeah.
You have another. Speaking of another one you like, I know you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan, and Brian, I don't know if you could see the little things all pop up.
Yeah.
Brian says, "How about those Chiefs?"
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what. I've been a Chiefs fan since '94, and kind of a funny story. I think I was talking to him about this. I'm actually a big Auburn fan, college football, and it's kind of weird what got me liking the Chiefs. It's when they drafted Derek Thomas. Now, Derek Thomas went to Alabama, which is our rival, but he was probably my all-time favorite college football player. I watched him, I mean, I had to watch Alabama because I'm an Auburn fan, so, I watched a lot of their games too. But it was kind of funny. Once they drafted him, I started watching the Chiefs, and I just, I pretty much told myself when he was in college, I was like, I think whatever team drafts him, because I was still, I mean, I was only 94. I was probably a sophomore in high school. So, I mean, I won't say I really had a team. I just kind of liked football. I followed more players. I was more a player than a team. So I pretty much told myself, I was like, look, whoever drafts Derek Thomas, that's going to be my team. And I've just, like I said, I've been a fan since '94, and I just, I can't even. Last year was just insane. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, the comebacks we had in the playoffs, those were nuts. I mean, they had me about, my blood pressure, no telling what it was. But I mean, it was just awesome.
Scared in the Super Bowl too.
Yeah, it's crazy seeing it because I actually saw I've seen Pat Mahomes play twice in college because he went to Texas Tech. And I seen him play twice at Jerry World where the Cowboys play. And man, that dude, I was even telling my friend that I went with, when the one game we went to, when I went with my friend that I used to work with, they were playing Baylor, and it was just a complete shootout. I mean, it was just air raid the whole time. And that guy was just, I mean, he was throwing 40, 50, 60-yard bombs just like, off his back foot, like it wasn't nothing. And I was even telling my friend, I was like, man, if, someday the Chiefs could have him, man, that would be awesome. And, my friend was like, I don't know if he fits into y'all's, I was like, yeah, but, I never really was a big Alex Smith fan. I mean, I'll be honest. I think he's a good system quarterback. He doesn't turn the ball over a lot, but he's not going to score in 10 seconds. It's just it's not his game. So,
yeah. I mean, he's going to be a special one without a doubt. The Brady's and now Manning, of course, go on, and when Rodgers goes, he's going to be the one standing there by himself. He's special.
Yeah, I honestly, I would love to see him as a lifer. I mean, I know, they're already talking about possibly losing Travis Kelce. I think it's after next season, but he kind of seems like the type to me that would maybe even, work his contract into where, he could keep those pieces in place because, I know a lot of people say Gronk's the best tight end, but, Gronk's had his time, but I love Travis Kelce. I mean, I think the dude's awesome. Honestly, I don't think we use him enough. I'd like to see him, worked even more. And now that, we got two speedy receivers. We got that Hardman that came out of Georgia a couple years ago. He's going to be, I think he's going to be crazy good. So,
they could definitely string some Super Bowls together without a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see that. It's been a long time. This has been my first one since I've been a fan. So, I obviously wasn't around to see the first one. So, yeah, that'd be good, man. That'd be pretty awesome. And from what I've heard, man, Pat Mahomes, he's like a stand-up guy. I mean, I've heard like all kinds of stories where he's gone into places and paid the whole tab, paid for everybody's food, all kinds of stuff. So I know he does a lot of charity work, builds homes for old.
He's not even on a big deal yet. He's still, I think, on his rookie deal. I don't even think he's chimed in on the big
deal. Yeah. They haven't even. He'll definitely get the biggest contract. They've already been talking about that too. He'll get one of the biggest contracts. But yeah, I mean, dude's just, I don't know, man. It's I've been watching football a long time. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, as far as like the stuff he can do, So, good time to be a fan.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, Brian, big Chiefs fan. It was awesome seeing Brian and James, who was a 49ers fan that day. They were like, it was like the day before the Super Bowl. We're not going to discuss. We're not talking on Instagram or anything that day. And I think Lisa took a picture of James just sitting on the couch watching, and Brian was silent. It was good.
Yeah, my brother-in-law is a big 49er fan, so we were kind of going back and forth. But I mean, 49ers are good. I don't really see them going away. I see them probably, maybe even coming back. So, but yeah, it was. I mean,
it'll be good.
It was a good game. It was a good game.
Yeah, it was awesome.
But
it's got people saying a Bucks life with Brady. We'll see. He's got weapons, but.
Yeah, I mean, I will say I do think. I mean, I play a lot of fantasy football too. So, I mean, give me a couple of those guys on my fantasy team. I mean, you got Mike Evans and Godwin. I'll take either one of those guys.
As long as you have a line, that's one thing about Brady. If you hit him, he's done.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. He's not going to have the same protection he had in New England. I mean, he's going to have the weapons, but is he going to have? Is he going to have time to get rid of the ball? And yeah, that's the thing about him. You hit him a couple times, he starts getting frustrated. He starts getting mad. So, I don't know. We'll see. Their defense, it's so-so. But yeah, I'm curious to see how that offensive line holds up.
So here you have another question. Someone in Canada wants to know, will you ever start shipping to Canada?
I really want to try to do that. It's just right now, the way the website is set up, it's, if I that's what I try to explain to people. If I do the international shipping, I have to input the size of the box and the weight like before I drop the box. And the thing is, a lot of the times when I do my boxes, it's anywhere from like 1 to 6 pops. It's normally 4 to 6. I like to give people, at least 4 to 6 pops. So for me to be able to do that, I would, maybe if I do like the hit or miss again, where it's, just 1 pop, I already know the, size of the box and I already know the weight. Might try to do it with that. But that's, like I said, that's the only issue right now with that is I have to kind of input everything beforehand. And like I said, sometimes I don't always know exactly what it's going to weigh, especially if, a box has a stack in it or a 2-pack or a 6-inch or something like that. And I don't want to start getting hit back with all kinds of chargebacks and customs and all that kind of stuff. So it's not that I don't want to, it's just the logistics of it. I gotta get in there and kind of figure that out a little bit and maybe see if there's something I can do to tweak it to where I can, be able to do that also.
And guys, I know we've talked to the people that asked that. I know a mailbox is get a PO box in the States might make it easier.
Yeah, I tell people that too, because I do have a ton of people that buy from me from Canada, Israel. I mean, I have people that buy from me all over the place, and that's what they do. And that's what I usually tell people. Now, me personally, they ask me like, "Oh, well, which one should I use?" Now, I have no idea. I don't. I've never really looked into those because
obviously I've had people that do it, and I don't know how they ship it, and then I guess they wait till they have so many boxes, and they put it in a pallet or someone ships it over. But
yeah, because I notice a lot of people, like the people that are in Canada, I always ship to like Niagara Falls. There's like a place in Niagara Falls, and there's a place in Florida, California, and Oregon, and I guess wherever they are outside of the United States, they go to those points and then they end up, and I mean, I've never had any issues with that. Everybody that's ordered, that has a forwarding address, it seems to always get to them fine. So, that's definitely another option. Yeah. If it's, like I said, I don't even know how much it costs. I don't know the prices. I really don't know any of that. I just know that you can do it.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I know shipping to Canada, one box is normally, maybe you can get away with one pop for like $20, and then it goes up after that.
Yeah, it's not cheap. I mean, that's another thing. It's, shipping overseas is not cheap, and from what I've been hearing, shipping's going to be going up again. So, it's getting kind of crazy just to ship something a few states away.
Oh yeah, and it gets all crazy. You think California, and then if you ship it to Colorado, I spent more shipping something to Colorado than I did to California.
Yeah, for me, the most expensive is probably. I have a lot of people that buy from me from California, Oregon, and for some reason, like West Virginia. Like anytime I send stuff to like West Virginia or Virginia or California or Oregon, for some reason it's like $16-17 for priority.
Yeah, it's crazy. Someone wants to see your shirts.
Oh yeah. I'm a big Jay White fan. We used to have an independent scene in Austin, which is about 3.5 hours from me, and it was called Wrestle Circus. And it was actually awesome because they had a lot of the guys that are in AEW and New Japan there. And I mean, it was an awesome show. And it was before all these guys got really big. Like my oldest son, he has a video on his phone that Adam Cole did because after the show, well, it was before and after the show, they used to do meet and greets. And this is the night that Adam Cole and his fiance won the belts off of somebody else, and it was a mixed tag match. But him and his fiance won the belts. I think it's his wife now, yeah. But they won the belts off somebody else. And after the show, we walked out, and they had a little meet and greet going on, and they both had their belts on the table and stuff. And we walked up and got pictures, got autographs, and Adam Cole shot like a 45-second promo for my son on his phone. It was just freaking funny, and it was awesome, But it's cool because everybody there knew they were, they were trying to get somewhere. They were trying to come up, so they were really appreciative of us being there and doing the meet and greets. But it was really cool because they did it kind of in the middle of downtown Austin, almost in like a corner lot. And it almost reminded me of like a bar, but it was just completely open, and they had a ring in there. So, I mean, it didn't really matter where you sat. It was just an awesome show. And, I mean, it just, we met so many people, got so many autographs. I mean, it's
different for those of you that love the WWE, and when WCW was doing their thing, watching New Japan and the independents, it's different. It's different. It's not the same.
Oh yeah, the independent scene. I mean, I love it because, like I said, those guys aren't getting paid big bucks. They're trying to get somewhere. I think that's kind of why, actually, going back to WWE, that's kind of why I prefer NXT. Those guys are trying to prove something, and that's what these guys were doing, and I mean, they had some big names. I mean, they had some big names down there, and it was really cool. But come to find out, the owner, he started keeping all the money. He wasn't paying the wrestlers, and he was promising all these big name guys. At the very last show we were supposed to go to, he sent an email out, and he pretty much said, "Hey, I'm not fit to be an owner of Wrestle Circus. I'm going to be refunding everybody's money back." And I never got my money back. I ended up having to call my bank, and they had to get it back for me. But yeah, he left a lot of wrestlers stranded here because they were supposed to do a show, and then of course they were supposed to go, back to wherever they had to go. And there was like 5 or 6 wrestlers that came down here, and I mean, they were just stuck because he just. So yeah, it sucked because it was an awesome show. I mean, they put on some awesome shows, and you could, like I said, the meet and greet, it wasn't just a couple guys. I mean, it was everybody. So everybody that was going to be there, I especially like Jay White. I met him 2 or 3 times, got his autograph there. I mean, they had a lot of good people. So it just, it sucked they're, not there anymore.
Oh yeah. Speaking of wrestlers, have you ever checked out Pop Drunk?
Man, the name. Oh yeah, it's the guy and the chick, right?
Yeah, husband and wife. Yeah. He was
okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah. She actually has shirts on ProWrestlingTees.com. She's in the Hall of Fame and everything.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Wow.
Hardcore Heather Owens. But if you've never checked out their videos, they drop normally Thursday nights. You get a kick out of it. It's like they battle each other. They don't talk value, and it's all
Right.
about booze. It's awesome.
Yeah, I have seen. Yeah, I have seen. They actually follow me on Instagram. I have seen them, but yeah, I didn't know about the wrestling background. That's pretty cool.
He's
That's
got
awesome.
some stories. I mean, we've had him a couple times, like when we've done lives with him after lives, and he would tell us a story. He was telling us about Dean Ambrose. Yeah, he used to stay at my place and sleep on the couch. Really? So the story.
That's crazy.
Oh my.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, they went out to drinks with Ric Flair, and yeah, they got some good stories. He is at Icons guy.
Oh, okay.
He has them all but one. I'm sure it's that 24-piece Booberry.
Oh, the glow in the dark. Yeah. That's a hard one to get. I actually saw one go up for sale not too long ago, but you don't see that one. No. You don't see that one hardly ever.
He ever bought it, but yeah, he loves his ad icons. Big into the ad icons.
Yeah. I was actually talking to a guy. I bought some pops off from him about a week ago, and he was telling me he was updating his Funko app. So I was like, that's cool. I was like, the only thing I don't like about Funko app is it's not shareable. So that's kind of I like the scan feature. I wish they could kind of come together, because I think they each have good things.
Somebody said Pop Price Guide's going to come out with an app. I don't know when, but someone said they're working on an app.
Yeah, I've been hearing that too, and supposedly it is supposed to have the scan feature. You're supposed to be able to share, which is great. But yeah, he gave me his login info, so I was looking at his Funko app, and I clicked on highest value to lowest, and the first three pops that popped up were glow in the dark Clockwork Orange, the glow in the dark Count Chocula Freddy Funko, that Booberry, and a couple other ones. So I messaged him like, hey, I think something's wrong here. I was like, so I just logged into your Funko app, and I'm seeing like your top four are just absolutely insane, just crazy. And he goes, oh no, that's right. He goes, I have those. And I was like, I've only known like two other people since I've been doing this in the pop community that have had those, that I've actually seen have them. Yeah, he was telling me how he got them was he was looking locally. I don't know if he was on 5 Mile Offer or something like that. He was looking locally for pops, and there was a lady that had a bunch of pops listed, and she was her son had passed away, so she was trying to pay for his funeral expenses and some other stuff, and she had listed all those pops, and she had them listed like all for $50. So he messaged her, and he pretty much told her, he was like, hey, I'm just going to let you know those are worth way, 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 way more, than $50. Now, granted, this was a few years ago. This wasn't recent. Some of those were a little, they're still holy grails, don't get me wrong. But, so, yeah, he ended up pretty much being honest with her, and she's like, I appreciate you being honest with me. So he still got them for a killer deal, but it's just crazy seeing those, because those aren't pops that you see.
Ooh.
Like that glow in the dark Count Chocula Freddy Funko, that thing's insane. I mean, it's just the glow on that thing is awesome. There's not very many of them out there. The Clockwork Orange is cool. Like it doesn't really do that much for me. Like it's an awesome pop. Don't get me wrong. It's like the whole
big buck.
But it doesn't really do anything for me. Like me, I'd rather have the glow in the dark Blueberry and the glow in the dark Freddy Count Chocula. I mean, that's me. But
what happened to your mic? I don't know. Sound check.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It sounds a little weird though.
Huh. I didn't do anything different.
Let's see. Sound check. Let me mic it, and then I'll come back. Go ahead. Try now.
We good?
It sounds a little off, but we'll go with it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't touch anything or do anything, so I
No
don't know.
worries.
Okay. As long as you can make out.
What have you been doing with the boys? I know you took a little time off.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to have a little breather, just because it's just been crazy the last few months, just like nonstop. It's pretty much all I've been doing. So I was just wanting to take a little break. Just kind of from all the boxing and the, posting on Instagram and having to post on the website and all that kind of stuff. I was just like, I just need to take a little break. I need a little breather because it just started seeming like that's just all I was doing, like 24/7. And so, like I said, I just like if you have a regular job, take a vacation, take a few days off, take a week off, whatever. So I was just like, I just decided that's what I wanted to do because it was pretty much from the time I got up to the time I went to bed, it was either looking for stuff to buy, boxing it up, buying supplies, talking to people about buying stuff, answering messages on Instagram. So, I was just like, I just need a minute. So, so yeah, that's all it was. It's not, trust me, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not getting out. I've had a couple people, hey man, I've heard you're going away from Pops. You're not doing. I was like, no, dude, I never said that. I was like, I'm just taking a little break. That's all I'm doing. I'm not, don't freak out, don't flip out. I'm not disappearing. I'm not going anywhere. I just needed a little break. And two, it gives me time. Like I said, it gave me time to spend with them, spend with the dogs, and just kind of do normal stuff for once instead of just having to do, business stuff from sun up to sundown. So that's basically all it was. Just a little break. And I'll be back. I'll be back soon.
I'm sure. I mean, prices lately have just been crazy. Some of the stuff. I'm sure it's a lot harder to buy these days, and
it's crazy. Like, because I always, that's another debate I get into with, Funko's dead, Funko's dying, and you can, we can have that argument all day long. I will agree with the people that, they do mass produce stuff now. I don't know if you're ever going to be able to, back in the day, like Red Skull was a common, you could just grab him, for $10. Now he's worth $500, whatever. I don't really think that's going to happen. I still think there's going to be pops here or there, like to do that. But, with me, it's like I focus on the older stuff, and I think that kind of stuff is going to have a market for a long, long time. It just, even if, the newer stuff isn't as collectible, people are going to want the older stuff with the, the lower numbers or the cons that, stuff they couldn't get from, 2014 Comic-Con or 2015 Comic-Con. So,
yeah.
But yeah, it's been crazy though, because it's actually been a little bit of surprise, like seeing like the Medusa, like that thing shot up out of nowhere. The Chupacabra, the Chupacabra's doing the same thing. Holo Ichigo is freaking through the roof right now. I mean, it's there's
sat on GameStop shelves.
Yep, it's just crazy because I remember when that Medusa Pop came out, I was seeing so many people were like, I don't really like it. I don't really like the way it looks, and I mean, I'll be honest, I slept on it too. It didn't really do anything for me. And I mean, I don't really buy a whole lot of stuff, and that's why I tell people too, because most of the stuff I put in my mystery boxes, it is older stuff. So I don't really buy a whole lot of newer stuff. I don't really buy a whole lot from Funko Shop unless it's, something that's really cool that, that I like. But yeah, the Medusa didn't really do much for me. I mean, I thought it was cool. I did have a couple of the Chupacabras, but I got rid of those, months ago whenever it came out. But yeah, if you look on eBay, that thing's slowly creeping up to like $50, $75. But yeah, and there's
didn't sell out and sat on the Funko Shop for a while.
Yeah. Now it's like, and now it's funny. You go on Facebook and you look in the groups. It's like everybody like in search of, who has a Medusa or does anybody have a Medusa? I'm just like, but it's just crazy. That goes to show you just never know. And same with that TJ Pop that just came out.
Oh yeah,
the one before that, it sat on the Funko Shop forever, and all of a sudden it did the same thing. Boom, it sold out. Now it's $50-$60. And there's a few grails. The Bank Robber Joker, man, that thing is going crazy right now. The Bank Robber Joker glow in the dark 2-pack, that thing is going nuts right now. So yeah, there's some stuff out there that's going crazy. I mean, as far as prices go, and it's new stuff and old stuff. So it's kind of surprising. But it's good to see, though. I mean,
it's nice. I know. I talk to Sean all the time and Brian, all them and they were just glad the animes, the My Heroes and Dragon Balls are starting to go up and all that good stuff.
Yeah, the anime stuff's super popular. I don't ever see it really dying off. Or I mean, I know sometimes they kind of outdo it and they come out, just like with Marvel and Star Wars. There's a ton of them, but those seem to be really popular, and they seem to hold their value pretty well. So I don't, I see those doing pretty well for a while.
So I remember hearing on the podcast that, and guys, if you want to hear a good podcast, go to Dr. Almighty, the Plus Ultra podcast. Popkingpaul is on there. I think 2 days ago he released it. Maybe it was Friday, but a great listen to. Check it out, guys. And follow his other podcasts. He does a lot of really good ones. But
he's had a ton of people.
Oh yeah, and you have some heaters we heard that are on their way that you bought. Some real good stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to give away too much right now because I don't have everything in hand right now. So, and that's kind of what I'm waiting on too. I want to get everything here, but yeah, plans for the next box. It's gonna be. I've done Holy Grail before, but this is Holy Grail. I mean, this there's gonna be some couple pops over the $3,000 mark. That's just the tip of it. There's going to be a lot of rare stuff, a lot of low number stuff. I mean, it should all be getting here this week. I mean, just to give you an idea, I'm waiting on I think roughly about 650 pops is what I'm waiting on right now. So once those get here, which I'm hoping right now, my plan is I'm hoping they all get here by like Wednesday. Because some of them, not those, but some of the other ones that I'm going to be doing in this box, they've already came to me, and I've already started going through those, separating them out. But I need to get these other ones in, and once I get them in, go through those, then I'll, plan right now is if everything goes well, like I said, with shipping the way it is, I don't want to. I don't want to say it's for sure going to be this day or for sure going to be this time and then have to change it, because of something that's out of my control. So as of right now, plan is I've been telling people if they message me or ask me, right now I'm shooting somewhere between like Friday and Sunday of next week. That's going to be the plan right now. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it because I thought about maybe doing hit or miss style, but if I do that, it's going to be a ton of boxes. I mean, we're talking probably 800 to 900 boxes if I do hit or miss style, which I know it would give everybody, a chance to maybe grab one. Well, not everybody, but a big chunk of people. But I don't know if I want to do that many. So I'm thinking of maybe doing just a normal, your normal 4 to 6. But yeah, I'm telling you, if you thought the Freddy box was good, I mean, I'm not saying that every single one of them is
insane.
Yeah, it's not every single one of them is going to be that Freddy status, but if you're looking for some really low numbered, not super low number, but low numbered con pops, stuff that you don't see every day. I mean, like I said, a couple $3,000+ pops, couple in the 1,000 mark, a bunch in the $300 to $800 range. I mean, there's going to be a lot of stuff, and there's going to be a lot of stuff people are looking for.
Oh, I bet.
So yeah,
boxes.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be like a Holy Grail box, and yeah, the top box will probably be, man, if I had to guess right now, probably 3,500 to 4,000, I would say. That's probably what the value will be on the top box. But then again, like I said, I have to figure all that out. So that's why I got to get everything in and, come up with a price that makes sense for everybody. And, but yeah, there's some crazy stuff in here. There's some stuff in here that I'd love to keep, just like with the Freddy boxes. But yeah, I mean, it's, just to think of a few, I will have the Bank Robber Joker. I will have the Glow in the Dark 2-pack. Planet Arlia Vegeta. Yeah, that's coming as well.
That gets a lot of. That gets a lot of. Now Sean actually finally has his, so that's awesome. But there's still some people out there that is their holy grail of grails. They just have to have it.
Yeah, it's crazy. That thing's been like, I want to say just 2 weeks ago, it was sitting at like 2,900. Then it shot up to like 3,500. Now it's kind of leveled back down like 3,100 or whatever it is. But yeah, and it's legit. This will be the fourth one I've ever had.
Your son, does he still have one in his collection?
Who's that?
Your son. Doesn't he have a pretty good Dragon Ball?
Yeah, he actually decided he didn't want the Dragon Ball anymore. He's all just strictly horror. That's what he decided that he wanted to collect. So his collection is just 100% horror. There's still a few others that he likes, but he's pretty much hardcore into the horror stuff. So yeah, we decided, it was hard letting the Dragon Ball go just because we worked so hard getting it. But, at the same time, I mean, if you lose interest in something or you change your mind, it happens.
Yeah, you got a couple people can't wait to get a hold of one. Zombies Garage. Yeah, everyone loves Planet Arlia.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's crazy. It's
we all think that there's somewhere somebody has probably a warehouse that has some of them in. We would all think, but you never know.
Yeah, I actually have a guy that I used to buy from locally. He still does pops, but he's mainly more into vintage toys and comics. He does that stuff more now than pops. But he actually knew he was like really good friends with somebody that worked at a Toy Matrix, and that was the company that made that like unmasked Captain America a few years ago. But yeah, he was telling him that there are still pretty much. He didn't come out right just straight and be like, I know exactly where they're at. I know who has them. But he pretty much told him, he goes, there are Planet Arlia Vegetas that haven't been let go out into the public yet. There's Red-Eyed Freezes that haven't been let go out into the public yet. And there's a couple others that, they're out there. I mean, it's, we've seen it happen with a couple others, I think, but, I think they release them a little bit at a time. They don't just, here's a few out. Let's let a few out today, or let's let a few out next week. So, yeah,
they weren't numbered or anything like that. I mean, who knows how many ever were produced?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you don't necessarily see a ton of them, and they are super expensive and they are super rare. But yeah, at the same time, I've seen a lot of people throw numbers out there, and I saw a guy post something on Facebook. That he I don't know if he wrote into Funko or wrote into Toy Tokyo or whoever, and they gave him like a number. But I mean, who really knows if there's, if there's no, LE 3000 or LE 1500. I mean, how do we know what, they could have made a ton of them, but didn't let all of them go. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So,
hold them back. You just never know. Bring them out.
Yep.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah, I was going to tell you my box of chocolate actually made it to me without being all melted. I was kind of worried about that because you sent it on the week where, like, the week before that it was like low 80s, mid 80s. Which was
I know it's hot down there where you are.
Oh yeah, and then the week you sent it, of course, there was like 2 days where it hit like 90, 91 or whatever. So yeah, when I got home and I saw it on my porch, I was like, oh man, but. I thought it was cool though because I kind of shook it a little bit and everything was still kind of rattled.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, I came in. I threw it in the fridge for about an hour and then I got it. And of course, we started digging in. So.
Oh yeah, hopefully the boys will share some with you.
Oh yeah, well I told them the caramel Milky Ways, those are mine. I freaking love them.
Everyone likes those.
Yeah, those are good. I'm a caramel fan, so I like those, and then. There was some other stuff in there. So yeah, I kind of went through and grabbed the stuff that I liked because I knew if I didn't do it, probably would never see it again. So
I gotta hide it from my kids. They don't even, I gotta hide this stuff when I bring it home, certain places, and then they find it.
Oh yeah, that's how I do. Like I said, I put that box in the fridge, and then after I took it out, I put it on the highest shelf I have, in my pantry area. And shoot,
they'll figure it out.
Yeah, my youngest son, I guess he's a little taller than I thought. So yeah, he'd already got into it. I saw some wrappers, and I'm just like, oh well, I guess I'm gonna have to put it somewhere else. So, but yeah, the caramel Milky Ways though, those are hidden. I have to hide those because I like those. So
we actually have a plant down in Waco. I don't know how far away that is exactly from you guys, but Waco has a chocolate.
I go through Waco. Waco for me is only like an hour 20, so it's not that bad at all.
Yeah, we have a plant down in Waco.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, I appreciate it. That was cool. Oh, and I like your stickers too, man. I meant to tell you those stickers.
Yeah,
pretty sweet.
Yeah, so, we need some Popkingpaul merchandise.
Yeah, trust me. That's another thing I was gonna say. I've been now that I've been taking a little breather and taking some time off. I think I've already told you this and a couple other people, but I've been getting all my equipment in so I can start my channel. So I've been getting all that. It's slowly been getting here. I've had, again, with the shipping, I've had some of the stuff that wasn't even supposed to be here till like a couple days ago. It showed up way last week, and then stuff that was supposed to have been here like 2 days after I ordered it, it still hasn't even made it yet. So yeah, I'm just waiting on a couple little things, and then once I get that going, I plan to get the channel going, and kind of already started trying to get working on a intro and an outro and all that kind of stuff. So I gotta be up there with the I can't just be going on there and not have no cool intro or outro or anything. So I gotta be up there.
I know you sat with Dom, and he's definitely the one to talk to. I mean, his abilities with the cameras and stuff like that is almost bar none. I don't know if there's anyone as good as he is with it.
Yeah, he was actually here before this whole virus thing started.
Yeah.
He came down here for work, and we met up, had lunch, and I picked his brain about setup, cameras, and he was telling me, he was like the setup I have is insane. He was like, you could pretty much record movies. He's like, you don't need anything like that. I was like, no, trust me, I don't want anything like that, because this will be a whole learning process. So I'm not trying to be no director or anything.
Well, for me, I always farmed my stuff out. I farmed my intros and outros out, and completely Corey did them. I liked his work, and then I've done logos from completely Corey. Yoj Collects, who I saw in the chat. Then I've gotten to stuff like this. Like Bearded Pop Hunter worked with he worked with a couple different people. John Doe, I've done stuff with him, and Mr. Collect It, which did this, and then I think all Bearded Pop Hunter's pins. And
his pins are freaking sweet. And actually, completely Corey, that's who did my logo for me. He told me he was just sitting there bored one night, and he said that just popped in his head, and he designed it out, and I was just like, dude, this is awesome. It's nothing crazy. I mean, it's simple, but I like, it's just like, man, this is cool. So yeah, I've been using it ever since. So yeah.
Alex Dean, another one, volunteering, hit me up, let me know. I do design work.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I'm going to start off. I want to do anything too crazy, just something simple, just a cool little simple intro and outro. And, like I said, just, I'm just doing the YouTube thing, just something fun to do. Plan on kind of showing what the top hits will be like in the upcoming box, and cool. Just stuff like that, just giving everybody a chance to see, and seeing that I actually have these pops, not just using stock photos and pictures off eBay and Mercari and stuff like that. We won't get into all that, but you'll actually be able to see that I have these pops in my hand, and, that'll be coming up in the next box. And then I'll be doing some unboxings. I subscribe to all kind of freaking subscription boxes.
Oh, yeah. Zobe's right down near you, and
more than I can remember. Yeah, Zobe, the guy that runs Zobe, he lives about 45 minutes from me. So
Bam box, I think I sat and listened to Bam for the first time, and I guess they're down somewhere in Texas as well.
Yeah, I believe they're in Kerrville, which is a few hours from me. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I didn't even know at first. Well, of course, the first time I ordered, I saw, the Zobi box was in Prosper, which like says probably about an hour from me. Yep. So I was like, oh man, that's really cool. So yeah, I've talked to him a bunch, and we've talked about doing some stuff, and so yeah, that's really cool. And then yeah, I had no idea that the Bam box was in Texas until I actually looked at their Instagram page. And I saw Kerrville, and I was like, "Oh man, well, that's pretty cool. Two pretty big names."
I've played with their boxes. I like some of their stuff. Some of the stuff I don't like, but some of and now they're going to play with Beckett, which is,
yeah, I really think
they're up with Beckett.
Yeah, I really think they're trying to. Do a little better now, because I think that was kind of the thing. People were starting to kind of get fizzled out with their boxes, and a lot of the stuff wasn't really all that great.
Zobi came up, and Zobi's still, I think, number one, at least in my opinion right now, where the Bam has got to catch them, and now they're trying to do these guilds and bringing out the stuff that Zobi's already doing.
Yeah, it was crazy, because I'd never even heard. I mean, even being in Texas, being an hour away from them,
yeah.
I'd never heard of them. I want to say Franchise Kick's probably the first channel that I saw him on. Maybe it was either him or Dr. Applesauce. Can't remember.
Yeah.
But they had opened up a box, and I actually think it was either a wrestling or a horror box. And I was like, oh, cool. So I got on, checked them out, and that's when I saw they were so close to me, and I was like, oh, that's pretty sweet. And then, yeah, honestly, I mean, I'm not just saying this because he's in Texas, because it's not even like we're best friends or anything. We're just acquaintances. But I think Zobi probably does have the best boxes, because, I mean, I can't really think right offhand of a box that I've got of his where I was just like, man, I'm not really feeling this. I mean, of course, there's always going to be things in boxes that, just like Clint says, you're not going to like every single thing in the box. Yeah, you're not getting, it's impossible. You're not going to like
the art print. The autograph might be like, who's this? But, for the amount you pay for it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
absolutely.
Right. And they try to get, and that's the thing. Like there has been a few autographs that I've gotten from all kinds of different boxes. And I'm looking at it. I'm like,
yeah, I don't know.
I have no idea who this is. But
like with Bam do, and I actually, a lot of people message me about it, because I'll open Bam and they said, hey, this month they have a Christopher Lloyd autograph pop. I said, guys, they showed it. Is it a possibility? Do you know that man charges $200 to autograph a pop?
Exactly.
A lot of them for $35 shipped. It's not going to happen.
Right, and that's the thing. I mean, that's what people have to realize, because I've had people message me too, and they'll ask me, because I get a lot of people asking me, oh, hey, if I can't get one of your boxes, who should I buy? Or, I was thinking about maybe getting one of these subscription boxes. Who should I get? And that's what they were saying. They were like, well, I see a lot of these autographs, and, they're not really that good of people. And I'm like, yeah, but you have to look at what you're paying. It's not like you're paying $100 and you're getting, some guy that played in one movie for 5 minutes. I mean, you're paying, roughly between $30 to $50, depending on which one it is. And you're still getting, an art print, a pin, sometimes a DVD, a shirt, a throw-in item, autograph. So, if you think about it, you're a lot of times you're getting double what it's worth, because, especially like with Zobi, if you get an autograph pop or an autograph, 8x10, whatever it is, movie prop, it's JSA authenticated. So you got to remember, that costs money too.
Oh yeah. So, and shouts out to Bam. I like what they're doing. And Johnny corrected me. It said only a select few got that pop, and yeah, but it gives that mystique. It's the way they did it. I think they just showed it. You got to read the fine print, but yeah, a JSA certification for everyone doesn't know. I mean, that's like $20 for a regular person to send it to them. That's just for the service, not the shipping there and the shipping back. And
right. And then on top of that, you have to wait. I don't know what the turnaround time is right now, but right now it is, probably kind of crazy, just like everything else. Like, I was talking to a friend of mine who sent, I mean, it's a totally different subject, but he sent 3 comic books into CGC like 6 months ago, and he still hasn't got them back. And that's, I mean, it's just, so you got to think about that too. So, yeah, I mean, I think, I think Bam's doing some good things. I think they're trying to, I think they're seeing that Zoe they kind of set the mark. They kind of up the game a little bit. And so, you gotta, you gotta compete. I mean, because if you don't, produce good stuff like he does on a constant basis, then everybody's going to start migrating over there. And next thing you know, you're going to be like Loot Crate trying to sell, however many 2-year subscription for 60% off, and then have to wait 2 months to get your 2 months ago's box and all that kind of stuff. So nothing against
tomorrow night. You're on with Tylock, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to tell everybody. Tomorrow, he's actually in Texas too, which I thought was pretty cool. So, he's an awesome dude.
Yeah.
He's really cool, really nice. He's always pretty much trying to do stuff for everybody else and not really even worry about himself, which is cool. There's not very many people, out there that'll do that. So yeah, tomorrow night it's going to be it'd be 7 Eastern, 6 Central. So yeah, I'll be on with him. I think we're going to do some. He asked me. I think he does like a trivia type little section, or not section, but little little segment. Yeah. So we're going to do Masters of the Universe and wrestling. So that should be pretty cool. Yeah.
That he's very good at both of those, I believe. Very, very good.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, dude, I grew up. Well, I mean, I was still really young when Masters of the Universe came out, but I mean, I had all the figures. Used to go to my grandmother's house. She had like a little playroom for the kids. Man, we would go in there. I had my whole setup going. But like I told him, I was like, man, that was a long time ago. So I might have to look up some. I think my wrestling should be pretty on point. But the Masters of the Universe stuff, that's been a long time.
So you're gonna have to get him on the wrestling.
Yeah, I might have to get him on the wrestling. I think
that too.
I think I'll be pretty good on that one, unless he comes up with some crazy stuff. But yeah, the Motu, I don't know. I might have to try to sharpen up a little bit before tomorrow.
Well, I'll let you have the last word, because I still unfortunately have to go to work tomorrow. Gotta love it.
Yeah. Well, first I just want to say thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it. I think you're another one of the guys that's, always out there kind of looking out for everybody and doing for other people and not just yourself. So I appreciate that.
I do wish that I would have had you last, was it October when we were in Indianapolis? We were sitting there. I was out to dinner with Clint. We're driving back, and I popped into my head to say, Clint, really would be nice to learn where whatchamacallit is, Popcorn Flicks is, and just go knock on their door and pay them a visit. I think it would be awesome.
Yeah. That whole thing, man, that was just some crazy stuff. And just, I'm glad it's over with. I mean, I think it's something it'll probably follow me, because I always, and there's some people, just like actually when I was on with the Dr. All Might podcast, he didn't get in on that whole thing. So he didn't even know anything about it. So I pretty much had to kind of go back and explain to him the whole thing. But yeah, I mean, my thing with that is, when you lie and you try to bring people down and you try to, run people's names through the mud, and it's really you, doing everything, then yeah, it comes back to bite you, because it didn't really bite me. So, but yeah, that whole thing was crazy. It was kind of threw me for a loop, came out of nowhere, because like I said, 1 minute the dude acts like we're best friends, and the next minute I'm,
I think if we where they lived, I think we would have went, because I would have knocked on the door. But he wasn't sure, and he even to this day he says, one of these days I'll see him. It's gonna, we're in the same. Sooner or later we'll run into each other.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's kind of crazy, because they live in the same area. So I figured, well, that's what he was saying. He goes, there's going to be a time where maybe, we're at a con or something, or, something like that, but to be honest, I think I wouldn't even be surprised if they don't even go to stuff like that anymore, because I think their whole thing from the beginning was a money-making scam type thing, to make it seem like they were collectors, but they really weren't. Yep. And I think in the back of Rob's mind, he had this whole thing planned, from the start. Let's get as many girls as we can. Let's start a YouTube channel. Let's throw, we're buying $80,000 worth of mystery boxes, and let's get all these grails we can, and then let's screw everybody over with our own mystery boxes that aren't worth the, crap.
And then we'll waffle everything else off once those boxes are done. That's what they do.
Yeah. We'll waffle off the grails that were supposed to be in these boxes that didn't get into these boxes. The only person that got grails is somebody that supported us and stuck by us the whole time. Some chick, I don't even remember her name, but yeah, she's the only person that I saw ever get any grails, and she was like supposedly a friend of Melissa's or something. So yeah, that whole thing was just, it's, but I mean, like I said, look what happens. I mean, it's, when you're dishonest and you're trying to scam people and, and screw people over, it comes back to get you. And it did.
It did. It did. Good to see where they were at and see. I know I didn't get kicked out of their Facebook group till later on, so I was able to pop in and see some of these waffle things, and it looked rough. It looked rough.
Man, like I said, it was just crazy because it was, all that stuff was supposed to be in those boxes, and that's what me and Clint even talked about, when we were talking about it. It was like, all these pops, they told and promised all these people, and then on top of that, the number of boxes changed. I don't know how many times. Like, how can you say you're going to do a drop? And first it was, well, it's going to be 500 boxes. Then it's, well, we decided to do 750. Well, no, now it's 1,086 or whatever random number it ended up being. And then say at the very end, well, yeah, we added boxes, but we also added a lot of grails too. It's like, well, did you really? No, they didn't. They got rid of all their damaged crap is basically what they did. Any damaged stuff that they had, they threw it in these boxes, sent it out to everybody. I mean, I know probably 20 to 25 people that didn't even get their box, that was still trying to, they were messaging me like, hey, do you know any way to get a hold of them? I was like, no, I don't. I was like, it just, it sucked because they just got over on so many people, and, so many people, they had so many people trusting and believing in them because they started this YouTube channel, and, oh, it's the cute couple that opened up, all these mystery boxes, and they had so many people. I mean, they had me snowed too. I mean, I'll be the first to admit it. I fell for it too. And I think a lot of us did. And then, look what happened. So,
oh, yeah, Grump's saying the same thing. Yeah, I bet the tax man came to him. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, there's no telling what happened with that, because I know he was supposed to refund I don't know how many people, and then he was wanting like I saw conversations where he was asking a lot of people to send friends and family, and then there was that post he made where he couldn't even keep up with how many boxes he had sold, and he made a post on Facebook talking about, hey, if y'all bought a box from me, let me know. I'm like, dude, seriously? Like, I mean, that's just insane. But yeah, man, I'm glad that's over with. I'm glad that's passed, and hopefully we don't have any more schemers or scammers out there. You know, I mean, they'll never go away.
I think we'll always have some here and there.
Oh yeah,
not to that level.
Right, not to where it's, I mean, hundreds of thousands of dollars and just have like, you know, so many people, you know. But yeah, I tell everybody this, man, it makes me sick how many grails, you know, that I mean, and then I'm not saying I sent them to them for free, because I didn't, but I mean, I gave them some really good deals, you know, because I thought they were, you know, legit. So man, if I could have all that stuff back that I gave them. But, oh well, I guess we live and we learn.
We live and learn, absolutely. But
oh yeah, definitely.
We had a fun laugh at in Indy. I hit Clint up with it, and then 2Ps were there too, and we had fun with that. I said, man, shame we don't know where they live. It'd be great to just knock on the door and say hello.
Yeah, well, you'd have to get through mom and dad first, you know, because they were living upstairs at mom and pop's house. So thought that was a little awkward too, but you know, I don't know.
What are you gonna do? Everyone will laugh. Everyone still talks about it to this day and brings it up as a good.
Oh yeah, all the time. That's like you know, I see little people putting like, you know, popcorn emojis and all that kind of stuff, and oh, I'd like to thank Rob and Melissa for this moment and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's, you know, I mean, it's funny now, but trust me, you know, it wasn't funny then, because they, you know, they got a lot of people, and it's, you know, it was sad to see, but like I said, they're long gone now. So hopefully they'll never try to make a comeback.
I don't think so. I don't. They
I
tried
don't.
to come back with one video after that, and it didn't go well. When they tried to nail you, and then they changed that video, and then they didn't do it well, and then they changed it again.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And what's funny is I didn't even get to see the first one all the way because when I had people messaging me like, "Oh man, you got to go on there and see this video," they're trying to drag you through the mud, and I'm like, "What?" I mean, because it surprised me because I had no idea because we talked on Facebook Messenger a lot. In the last conversation we had, he made it seem like everything was cool, like we had squished everything and everything was cool, but in my mind I'm like, this is going to be the absolute last deal I ever do with him. And I think that was part of the issue too, and I think that was part of the reason why he went on there and said all the stuff he did, because that was going to be our last deal. And I was like, this is it. I'm tired of the way this goes down every time. It's time to start talking like money and what kind of deal we're going to do. That's when everything turned into he turned into a completely different person. So, I brought up that was going to be our last deal. And I think that's what brought on a lot of that stuff. But yeah, I didn't even get to see the whole thing because when I went on there and tried to find it, I guess by the time I went on there, that's when they tried to make, I guess, the apology video or whatever they called it. And so, yeah, it was, yeah, I was just sitting back laughing the whole time because I'm just like, man, like all this stuff they're saying, it's just like, and if I wanted to, I could have posted I saved our chats for the longest time because I was like, if I ever need to post this stuff, if I ever need to, stuff they talked about other people, certain mystery box companies. I mean, I got chats and all kinds of stuff, from what he used to say. So, yeah, it was just, it was just crazy, all the stuff he was saying. But, yeah, I think, I don't know, man. I think he's a little off. So.
Oh, yeah, he wasn't playing the fullback. There's no doubt about that. Have people saying we missed 2Ps. Yeah, 2Ps was awesome.
Oh, yeah, man. They're freaking awesome. I used to sit, man. That was kind of a nightly routine. I'd get home. Well, actually a morning routine when I used to work overnight. And I'd get home, man. I'd watch like your videos, their videos, Clint's videos. And that was kind of my routine, before I used to go to bed. And yeah, man, they had me rolling, man. They used to have me rolling.
They're as funny in person as they are on the people asked about. They said, well, what are they different live? And I'm like, no, they're not different live. They're identical to what you can see on a video than what they are in real life.
Yeah, because I wondered that too.
He still does. He does Sith Talkers with his brother, which is a YouTube channel, guys. So if you guys want to check him out, he is there. Check him out. And he did mention, I think 2 weeks ago, that they do plan possibly to come back, but not to the Pop game. So if they come back, it'll be in some different form, but it'll still.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. But yeah, I always wondered that too. Like certain people, it's like, are they the same? Do they act like this just because they're in front of a camera, or are they the same, when they're out too? So, and I've only got to meet a few people. Like I said, Dr. Applesauce, I lived like 25 minutes from him. Yep. And he used to come to a lot of the shows that we did, like, the local pop swaps and stuff. So I've known him for a while. And then, like I said, I got to meet Dom when he came down, had lunch with him. But those are really the only two people that I've got to meet, outside of YouTube. But yeah, I kind of always wonder that, just kind of how people are.
Meeting Clint, you would think, what's Clint going to be like? And because me and Clint, I knew from the sneakers to wrestling, we had a lot in common. And right. It was like sitting down. We went out to dinner the night before the game, and then we went out to dinner the night of the game with Steve and Jess. And it was like sitting with like a friend you've had and just catching up. That's how Clint is. I mean, he's nice as pie, honestly. I mean, anything. Yep. He took me around Indy and said, yeah, there's probably, Peyton Manning used to live there, and here's this. I mean, I love Carmel, Indiana was fabulous. I loved it. I told him, I said, maybe this year, depending on, he doesn't think we'll see football with fans in for the year. We'll see. But I said, definitely would be someplace I'd go back to visit. It was awesome.
Yeah, man. If y'all ever do that again, man, I'd love to come hang out with y'all because I think that'd be fun. Because I actually told Brian over at Cheap and Nerdy.
He said New Orleans. He's mentioned New Orleans this year. That would be something.
I made him a promise. I said if we make the Super, I know this year it's in Tampa, but I think it's 2 years from now, maybe in New Orleans. But I told him, I don't mind the Tampa thing because it's not super far for me. So yeah, I told him, I was like, look, man, if we make the Super Bowl again, me and you are going. Like, like, and I mean it. I
Well,
mean,
he looked at the schedule to see when where they're playing. I can't remember. One might have been Tampa this year.
yeah,
But then
this year's
he
Tampa.
played
I
the
know for
Saints
sure.
this year. He said, "I'm telling you, I'm thinking about the Saints game."
I think it goes Tampa this year. Then I believe it's San Diego the year after that in the new stadium. Then it might be New Orleans after that. I think that's how it goes. But yeah, I'd actually love to go. That's another thing that's kind of on my bucket list. I actually want to go to a Chiefs game, like at Arrowhead, because I think I want to do that, and I want to go to a Cubs game. So those are two things that I definitely want to do. But yeah, I don't necessarily want to go when it's snowing and 12 degrees out there, because I'll be honest with you, man, I don't do well in weather like that. But maybe go like first few weeks of the season before it starts getting real crazy up there, because I mean that's not super far from me either. So I think that'd be something really cool to do. But yeah, man, if there's ever a time where we could all, even if it's a football game or whatever, man, if I could, I could make it. I'd love to kick it with y'all for
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I've talked to Sean and James, and they all got together this year down at Disney. But I said next year, they talked about ECCC. I said I'd be something I'd make a trip. Just the pure entertainment of everyone together would be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that's something like maybe when everything gets back to normal. I don't, it may be a little while for that, from what I'm hearing, especially with the sports stuff, no fans, no crowd, but maybe like a year from now or something, when everything's back to normal, man, maybe we could plan that, try to do a con or something. That'd be pretty cool.
Or a football game. They all love football.
Oh yeah,
that'd be fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Indy was awesome. I mean, Indy was insane. And then we went to I wasn't used to it, because I'm like, all right, so here in Pennsylvania, we have Philadelphia. I've been to the Jets games in New York. It's like, here's the stadium, and then it's just surrounded by parking lots, and we tailgate. And I was telling Clint, I said, well, do you guys tailgate? It's different. Oh, okay. And I wasn't sure. He said, the stadiums are right in the heart of the city. There's streets. I'm like, oh, they closed certain streets off, but it was a totally different atmosphere. But the stadium was beautiful. I said, you guys need a steak. I'm hearing about this the steakhouse. We got to go. Have you guys ever gone? Steven's like, I went there like once many years ago. No one else was there. I'm like, let's go. It was awesome. It was fun.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is here where the Cowboys play. It's kind of in the heart of older Arlington, and that's kind of how they do. They shut off a lot of the streets, and then they built like a lot of restaurants over there and a couple little bars and stuff. So yeah, you could pretty much walk up that whole section right there, and and just kind of. But I mean, now tailgating down here though, it is a big deal. People do it down. Yeah, it's like they get out there. I'm talking.
It's serious stuff. I mean, New York. I go with a friend that's a diehard Jets fan. It's like 8 a.m. Even though it's a 3-hour drive from here, it's 8 a.m. As soon as they open, he's there, and it's like tent up, fire pits up. This is going. You have roasting pigs and the big. I mean, it's serious stuff.
Yep. But that's how it is here. It's it's steaks and T-bones and barbecue and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's and it's crazy. And I hear it, because I'm in Texas and I'm not a Cowboy fan, but sorry, it's not my team, but oh well.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Everybody has their teams, and you don't necessarily, and it's. I get that a lot, because it's like I'm not a Ranger fan. Like baseball, I like the Cubs, and I don't really like now college is a little different. Like I don't mind TCU, I don't mind Baylor, but I'm just not Cowboys, Stars, Mavericks, Rangers. I none of them do it for me. I just
Yeah, I'm with you. I grew up on all Chicago.
Yeah,
so I grew up with Michael Jordan, and. Yep. The White Sox and Frank Thomas, and the Cubs.
Oh yeah, man, Big guy.
The Blackhawks with Ed Belfour and Roenick. I mean, that's what I grew up with. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Here in Pennsylvania, it's like I can deal with Pittsburgh. I don't care about Pittsburgh. I hate the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, I know.
All right. Well. Anything else you wanna say?
Well, like I said, just be looking out for that YouTube channel. It's coming soon. I don't want to give a date on that either, just because I'm waiting on stuff and kind of working on stuff. But that is coming. And like I said, I'd actually planned on already having it going, but then all this happened, and everything kind of had to be put on hold, and we kind of had to start doing things a little different. So, but that is coming. And yeah, like I said, right now, plan is for the next box to probably be out between next Friday and Sunday. And, just like usual, I'll always post plenty of information on Instagram before I drop them. And I'll be sure to post pictures and how many boxes is going to be, price point, all that stuff. And I'll try to do it at least the day before or the day of. But yeah, this next one's going to be a good one. So yeah, you won't want to miss it. If you like grails and you like stuff that you don't see every day and pops that you don't see come around very often, you'll want to be in on this one. So.
And guys, I'll tell you the key is be ready, go to the website, create an account, be logged in, and then you can't have any flaws or mess ups. You got to be ready to go bip through your PayPal and everything. You got to be ready. It's the only way to do it. If you aren't logged in, not going to get it. If you have one little slip up, that's it.
Yep. Well, thanks for telling them, because that's another thing I get people asking me, and I'm like, I can't really give you the best advice because I'm not on that side of it. Like I'm not trying to buy one, but that's just what I keep hearing from other people. Like you got to be on there right when they drop. You got to be logged in. You got to be ready to go.
Make sure nothing's in the cart from previous. Like if you tried before and you didn't, technically that box still technically is in your cart. That could cause a little snafu. So make sure everything's cleaned out. You're logged in. Be ready to go. And if you have one, you got to have fast. Your internet's got to be on point, and just go through as fast as you can, and you're golden. But you got to remember, 50, whatever, 20 some, 30, 50 some boxes, and thousands of people they're going for it. You got to keep that in mind.
Right. And that's what I tell people. And this drop, whether, I don't really think I'm going to do the hit or miss, just because there'd be too many. It'd just be kind of crazy, and it would take, a long time to box all those up and get them out, especially right now, the way shipping is. And especially if I keep getting these mailmen who don't want to pick up my packages, or if I keep getting UPS who doesn't want to come pick up stuff, keeps, I didn't even know you had a pickup. Well, I got a pickup number. But but yeah, I mean, got to be understanding through this time. It's different for everybody, and a lot of people are at the house buying stuff online, so you got to remember there's a ton of stuff being shipped out right now.
It's the time to ship. It's the time to sell, and that's probably why you see Pop's going crazy. And certain mystery box companies they're not even doing mystery boxes. So
So,
but
like I said, either way, this is going to be a decent sized drop, because I should have roughly 1,000 pops in this drop, I would say. And it's going to be good stuff. I mean, it's going to be real good stuff, and I'll post pictures when I get it all in. I've already got some of it. I'm like tempted to maybe let a little bit of it go out there right now, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till I get everything in. That way I know for sure I have it. It's in my hands. I'm not doing anything too prematurely, or, and then have to turn around and switch something up. So, but yeah, it's going to be good. There's going to be a lot of good stuff. And once I get it here, I'll let everybody know.
Awesome. And guys, go check out Homespun Geek tomorrow.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep. And should be fun. Trivia. I might have to tune in just to see you with He-Man, Masters of the Universe trivia.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that. Like I said, I used to collect, and I used to watch when I was a kid, but man, I was.
Tyler knows his He-Man. He knows his Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, that was 30-something years ago. So that's, I'm at to, like I said, I think I'm gonna hit Google up. Maybe get,
At least he's not hitting Star Wars. He knows Star Wars pretty good too.
Now see, he'd get me on that. Now I will say, if I could bring my nephew on, my nephew could probably go toe to toe with him on Star Wars, because he, like, if I need to know anything Star Wars, I'll ask him. Like, see, I didn't know the Mandalorian, like what the time frame was, because I actually just watched that probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Finally watched the whole, it was awesome. I mean, I watched the whole season pretty much all in one setting. But so I was asking him, and he's just like, oh, well, that's and just, I mean, he can just, it's just crazy. He knows all the who's who and time frames and what, all this kind of stuff. So, but yeah, Star Wars, I know a little bit, but
You have to
I
get him into
probably wouldn't.
wrestling. I don't know. I think he knows wrestling pretty well too. But
Oh, he did, because
got
he
shot
told
with
me.
wrestling.
Yeah, because he asked me. He goes, "Hey, would you maybe want to throw a category out there?" And I was like, "Well, I was like, we both like wrestling. I was like, why don't we just do that?" And he goes, "All right." He goes, "Well, that'll be one, and the other one will be Master of the Universe," because he goes, "I kind of been saving that for a special occasion." He goes, "Because that's one of my favorite things." I was like,
Oh,
"Well,
yeah.
I know a little bit about that too. I mean, like I said, I used to watch it and collect the figures, but it was a long time ago." So I don't know, but yeah, it should be fun, man.
Oh,
I've
absolutely.
never been on and done any trivia type stuff. It's usually just me rambling on about myself, or asking or answering questions about whatever. So yeah, it'll be fun.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. So guys, don't forget, check that out tomorrow night and this weekend, holiday weekend. Popkingpaul box. Keep your eyes on Instagram for that one. And thanks
Yep.
for all joining us, Paul. Thank you for joining me.
Oh yeah,
And
man, I appreciate it. Thank you.
absolutely, we'll see you guys throughout the week and next weekend. Peace out, guys.
Later on.